Hey everybody, this is Tommy Igoe, and this is your assignment for days 31 through 45, step number 4. We are here on the final step. Now, if you're only seeing this first, you can't do it this first. You got to go to step 1 and follow the instructions. This is a multi-step monster, this particular assignment. Okay, so we need to do this all. We got to do this in the right order. All right, so step 4, no matter what path you took to get here, either 2 or 3 first, we're now all arrived on step 4, and we're going to finish this baby up. Okay, all right, now, so what you should see in front of you right now are 4 things. Okay, your first chart that you wrote on step 1. Okay, the bones, the structure. Step number 1. That's the first thing you're going to put down. And then you're going to write down, you're also going to have next to it, the one that we did, that we called step number 2, it was transcription. The transcription you did of my playing, okay? Step 1, all right, is the chart. You're going to have that there. You're going to have your transcription. The other thing that you're going to have open is going to be your creation for this music, okay? And the final thing that you're going to finally have open now is this, the book. Global Tour number 8, written right here, right? Put it up, put this monster up in front of you, and we will be looking at letters L all the way through and including, let's see, we got it all the way through letter M, okay? And N is, where's N? Yeah, that is N actually. So we're all the way through letter N. L all the way, it's all the way to the fermata with the piano cadenza. 41 bars, okay? So that's what we're going to do right now. So you should have those 4 things open, all right? All right, and I'll talk you through what we're going to do right now. So what we're really doing, more than anything else, we are seeing whether or not we're smarter now at the end of step 4 than we were when we started on step 1. And it's going to be very easy to tell. If you look at your first step 1 step, if you look at the chart you created, and you cringe in pain and embarrassment, then that means you improved through this 4-step process. Because if you had no idea what was going on, you're trying to chart it out, and you were listening to it, and you were all confused, it might look like, cat scratch or like, graffiti, and it had nothing to do with it, which was what was actually happening in the orchestra. But through steps 2 and steps 3, you have a much greater a vantage point, a higher vantage point, looking down on the music and being able to parse the information than you did probably on step 1, all right? So when you look at step 1 gives you a really good idea of how bad or good your initial ear was, okay? Now, some of you might be used to doing orchestral music, and you might be naturally good at hearing stuff, but a lot of the students who are probably doing this might not have had the pleasure or the pain of working in an orchestra and knowing the idiosyncrasies of that particular genre. So and the act of creation, writing your own stuff is a huge moment. So I'm really proud of everybody. If you've done all of these steps, this will be a fun assignment at the end when we get to, a fun moment at the end of step 4 right now, where we take a look at this together and we can see what things you should be looking at. All right, so we're going to now you have your 4 things open, and now you have the book, and I'm going to go through this now with the drums. Okay, we could solo a couple things if we need to, but we're going to be looking at the chart that I wrote, because this is like the answer sheet. So what you see here, okay, is the answer sheet to all the stuff that we've done on step 2 and 3 in particular. Okay, so you can see everything. All right, so let's listen to it together. Here we go. All right, now if anybody wrote something to do at letter L that isn't just the kick, that's a bad choice. You don't want to step on that ominous figure, okay? That's just a badass figure. We don't want to step on that. We can just double it, all right? So overall, looking at letter L, you can see how I just left that alone. It's just in the kick, all right? And then we go on to our next section, all right, where this is your first moment to, now when you're looking at the chart that you created, you should look at the chart, all right, and see whether or not you were able to get the violin figure that came in here. Let's listen to it. Okay, now you should have been able to at least get that. All right. So again, when I'm talking about this figure right here, and you see the snare drum part I wrote right there. All right. Dot dot dot. See the roll markings? Okay. So that was the part that I played. There's lots of different snare drums parts you can play on that. But I put that one in because I thought the buzz rolls would sound nicer there, and I think it does. But definitely want to add something that's going to support the violins at that point. You don't want a groove. You don't put a groove in. This has nothing to do with groove. This is a feeling that's created through orchestral music, and we respect that by doubling their parts, not trying to put a R&B figure behind it. You know what I'm saying? That would be misplaced. So again, we got this moment to play a concert snare drummer. So think a concert snare drum work. All right, on this. All right, here we go. Ready? Go. Now again, we're looking at step one, the chart. How did you do? Go to your chart and see what it looks like there. That's a good point for you to check that out. All right. All right, now this is where now I've added toms here, so you can hear that part. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Right? Now I did play at one point, because this phrase goes on for a while. All right, and I thought, well, maybe I have a cool conductor. All right, and I did play one. I guess Tommy Igoe-esque end of phrase on this, and I think it's right here. I probably would have got my hand slapped though, to be honest with you, if I played that in a real orchestra, because I think I don't know. Let's listen to it. 2, 3, 4. All right, yeah, okay. I think this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Wow. Okay. It actually sounds really cool. I think I would have gotten in such big trouble if I played that in an orchestra. Oh my God. It's really cool though. But it's like, I don't know. And I think that I wouldn't write it in the part. I think that was a player's discretion. So in my chart, I don't think I would have put like, freak out on the drums or something like that. But you can hear that. Let's listen to that. It's actually pretty cool. Let's solo it. Here we go. I wouldn't recommend that, actually. Let's make pretend that didn't happen. All right. Anyway, moving on. All right, here we go. Next section. 2 and 3. 1 and 2. All right, here we go. All right, here's that left turn I talked about. Remember the left turn? So you got to thin out. We got all that stuff that was happening in the first. You got to thin that stuff out. So now again, look at your chart. Because this is not really about the transcription. It's not really about your creation. It's about how well you did on step one when we were checking out the writing the bones with the chart. How good was your ear? Look at that. Again, you're at this is letter M. M is in Mary, okay? So you can see that right there. So I went to an upper structure with cymbal bell and everything like that. We heard that before. Let's listen to it together again. It'll be here. Now, in your creation, what did you do there? There's lots of different stuff you can do, but as long as you kind of adhere to the fact that you're hearing that, and you're going, and then again, the orchestration of the drum set supports the orchestra. Orchestra. Genius, right? All right, come on, let's try it together. Here we go. And again, now, as I told you in the other steps, this takes a left turn again. Now, what did you do? This is letter N. Okay? Look at the book. Look at what I wrote. And now look at your chart on step one. Look at your chart. Look at it. What did you write? Okay? You got to pull. There's something, it completely goes down to low stuff. You got to move down the drum set. Okay? So how did you do? Did you listen to it? So your ears are probably so much smarter now than they were when you started on step one. Think about how much smarter your ears are going to be when you do the next assignment. Hint, hint. All right? Listen. All right, what is the drums doing there? The drums are just pulsing. Man, I just have the low toms going. Don't get in the way of the subdivisions. Let them do that. Now it says fill. What do you think I'm going to do? 16 note triplets. It says fill. And then look at the part here. Now, so I just, again, when you charted this out, it should have been something like this. All right, so I just wrote this kind of like the feel just keeps going, and then you can see it says the word fills. Now that word fills is a trap. You don't want to overplay. There's no orchestra, okay? You don't want to go nuts. So I'm just doing just down the drums, right? All right? Okay, so let's go down this thing. All right, here's in context. All right, here we go. Now listen. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again, here's a tornado. Aunt May, there's a tornado coming. Let's listen to the drums. Okay, so starting on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So see how I'm phrasing to the 2 and the 4. Okay, because the basses are going and 1 and 3 and 1. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're using the orchestra as your basis for your orchestration. Using the orchestra as the basis for your orchestration and your creation. What did you create there? Okay, it should be along these lines. Okay, it doesn't have to be exactly this, but it should be kind of like that. All right, moving along to the end. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, into the piano condenser. All right, look at your step 1. Okay, compare it to this. Okay, and if it doesn't look anything like that, that's okay, because you're probably a million times smarter now after doing these 4 steps. So now you understand the difference between charting and transcribing and the way to go about it. All right, and you listen to when you listen to your step 1, imagine going back again. I've recorded, I think I've recorded 45 minutes of video for you guys on these 4 steps. All right, so now think about how much smarter you are at the end of 4 steps and how you're going to take that knowledge and apply it to everything you do when you listen to something new, and think about what you're going to do when you write your chart, your bones, your skeleton. Okay, it applies to all genres, all things. This is a universal lesson of music. It has nothing to do with drumming. It's orchestral, orchestrate on the kit, mimic what you hear, support universal concepts. Okay? I hope everybody enjoyed this 4-step process. It was a lot of fun to make for you guys. And I got another one coming up for you. So this was day 31 through 45 of the Igoe challenge. This is your assignments for those days. Enjoy all this stuff. It's been, like I said, it's been really, really fun making it for you. Okay? Share it. Have fun with it. See you later.